Good morning, everyone. Today, this class is going to deal with the drought and also what are the different types of droughts, and we'll be discussing in other video about the sums of the drought and also how to write in the exam point of view. Okay. So here, going into the slide now. First of all, what is meant by drought? This drought is going to take place in the boilers at the chimney level. So the chimney means where the exhaust gases are going to emit to the atmosphere. You can see the lot of chimneys in our practical surroundings, also in our surroundings. You can see all these things. So here one thing you have to observe is what is meant by the drought. So it is the definition of the drought is we can write it as the small pressure difference which causes a flow of gas to take place is termed as drought. So it is nothing but the pressure difference created for the flow of the gas. That is what we are calling it as a drought. The pressure difference created which causes a flow of gas to take place is called as drought. So here you have to write the definition of drought as small pressure difference which causes a flow of gas to take place is termed as drought. Next one is the function of the drought in case of a boiler is to force air to the fire. So here the drought itself is not indicating that only sending the exhaust gases also, but here one more function of that particular drought. While you are considering the chimney, it is a chimney drought, and also while we are considering this function as as only the drought thing, then the function of the drought is in case of the boiler is to force air to the fire and to carry away the gaseous products of the combustion. So here had discussed in the chimney and all the exhaust gases are going to carry away of the combustion. That is one function of the drought. The major function of the drought will be supplying supplying the source of air to the fire. Means like we are burning the coal. While we are burning the coal in the boiler, so let it be external or internal, and then we are supplying some amount of air to the system. Then we are calling it as a function of the drought. So here we are having two functions. One is the function of the drought is in case of boiler is to force air to the fire at the initial level and to carry away the gaseous products of combustion at the exhaust level. So here these are the two different things. So once these gases are formed and also the function of the boiler is satisfied, then the gases will be going out through the exhaust pipe or the chimney we call it a chimney. So this way also the drought must be helpful enough. So the function of the drought is two. Next one is in a boiler furnace, the proper combustion takes place only when sufficient quantity of air is supplied to the burning fuel. So unless until we are supplying sufficient amount of air to the burning fuel, we won't get the complete combustion. So that is the reason is mentioned here. Combustion takes place only when the sufficient quantity of air is supplied to the burning fuel. So here in this slide, when you are going through this one, you will be understanding the definition of it and also what are the functions of the drought and also what is importance of the air. So this slide is dealing three different outcomes here. Okay, next slide. While moving to the next slide, we will see that how the drought is classified into. How the drought is classified into when somebody is asking it, you please represent in this form only. Write the drought definition and then classify this table. Drought is defined as natural or artificial. Natural or artificial. So here natural means due to the chimney drought. That is the term I was mentioning to you. The chimney drought. So this is the chimney drought which we are trying to have it as a natural thing, natural drought. That is what we call it as natural drought. Then what is meant by artificial drought? So artificial drought two things. What is one thing is steam jet and as well as the mechanical. So here in the steam jet again we are classified into two things. It is nothing but the induced drought and the forced drought. So these are the two things we are having here in the steam jet. And next one in the mechanical thing, again the same name, you can see it as induced and forced. But here we will be having one more thing is balanced means both induced and as well as the forced fan are going to use in the mechanical thing. So here this thing we are classifying drought into two types, natural or artificial, and artificial is further classified into two types, steam jet as well as mechanical. And these two are again further classified as induced and forced. And also here we can have it as in mechanical, induced fan, forced fan, and the balanced fan. Here these three types we are having. So we'll be seeing all these things in the coming slides. Next one. In the next slide, we will be seeing what is meant by the natural drought or the chimney drought and also what is the function of it. So here, natural drought is obtained by the use of chimney. So here we are having the two different types of the functions we are having here for the natural chimney. First one is as discussed, whereby the air and the gas are forced through the fuel bed. Next one is it carries the products of the combustion to such a height before discharging them they will not be objectionable or injurious to the surroundings. So here it is having two different functions. The second one is more important for us, and also the first one is also important for the technical point of view. But when considered to the environment, the second point is more important. It carries the products of combustion to such a height before discharging them that they will not be objectionable or also injurious to the surroundings. So the height of the chimney is very important for us. While doing the sums, we'll be understanding what is the importance of the height and also what are the formulas we are going to have it. So here these are the two functions which is the natural and the chimney draught is natural or the chimney draught is performing. And next, a chimney is a vertical tubular structure built either of masonry, concrete or steel. Next point is the draught produced by the chimney is due to density divergence between the column of hot gases inside the chimney and the cold air outside. So here, due to the density variations or the density variances, the flow of the hot gases into the atmosphere is taking place because hot gases will so the hot gases are having lighter density when compared to the cold air. So that's the reason hot gases will be passing it. There, some small pressure difference is going to create due to the hot and the cold. Based on the density variations, naturally the exhaust gases are going out of the chimney. That is what we call it as naturally or the chimney draught. Okay, in the next slide. So here you can check it out. One small diagram. What I will tell you. So it will mention shown an arrangement of the chimney of height h meters. So the chimney height is considered as h meters. So here you can see only up to capital H where it is of the grade level. So it is the chimney height is considered above the grade level. You can check it out. One dotted line is drawn, that is the grade level, and above that till the height of the chimney where it is mentioned we call it as H. And next one here you can check it out. What is P1? What is PA? Rho G GH. So here P1 is nothing but pressure at the grade level or the chimney side. Pressure at the grade level or the chimney side. Next one is atmospheric pressure at the chimney top. PA. We are talking about P atmosphere. That is what we are taking it as. And next one is the density into G into H. We call it as pressure due to column of hot gases of height h meters and density, average mass density of the hot gases. How we are going to get the hot gases? That is very important for us here. So here this is a formula which you are going to use while calculating the H, and this will be done in the point of showing the sums. It will be easily understand for you. So here you can check it on the left hand side. We are having two things. What is the column of the cool air up to here, and next equivalent column of the hot air, including the atmospheric pressure also. That is what we are going to consider here. So in the slide 2, we can check it out. P2 is equal to what? P2 is equal to pressure acting on the grate on the open side. So here, while differentiating between the pressures, initial pressure and the other pressure acting on the open side, here we are having the pressure difference. The difference of pressure causing the flow of gases is known as static draught. Its value is small and is generally measured by water manometer. So here one thing you have to observe, as we discuss a small pressure difference created, we call it as draught. And in this particular natural draught or the chimney draught, we call this one as a static draught. The small difference, the difference of pressure causing the flow of gases is known as static draught. Okay, its value is small. That is what he is trying to tell you. And it may be noted that this pressure difference in chimney is generally less than 12 mm of the water. So while mentioning the pressure difference, we are talking about the 12 mm of mercury or other things, but here we are going to mention and take it as 12 mm of water. Okay, next slide. So here, how we are going to calculate the chimney height and the diameter. Chimney height and the diameter, how we are going to take into consideration here. So here one thing is, what is MA? MA is nothing but mass of the air supplied per kg of the fuel. And next one is MA plus 1 is mass of the chimney gases. So that value we are taking it as plus 1. Some amount of gases we are taking it as MA plus 1. Mass of air supplied per kg of fuel plus 1 we are taking it as mass of chimney gases. And TA is nothing but absolute temperature at the atmosphere. And next TG is nothing but average